Good evening. It is 6 o'clock, and we are about to establish a quorum for the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting today, which is Tuesday, September the 2nd, 2025. Chelsea, if you would please call the roll.
Conley, Lois Burks, Darrell Wood, John Clements, Pamela Gibson, Jim Stillwell,
Here,
Mark Chilton, Andy Warford.
we do have a quorum. Item 2, Chelsea, if you would please read the affirmation of FOIA.
I affirm that I have not engaged in any prohibited discussion, deliberation, or polling regarding any item on this meeting's agenda outside of a properly noticed and open meeting in compliance with the Arkansas Freedom of Information Act as amended by Act 505 of 2025.
Thanks, Chelsea. Moving on to item 3, the approve. Oh, we do have, thank you, Bruce. Chelsea, if you would please call the roll regarding item 2 of FOIA.
Brett Chumley, Lois Burks, Darrell Wood, John Clements,
Yes.
Pamela Gibson, Jim Stillwell,
I so affirm as well. Commissioner Gibson?
Andy Warford.
All right, the item passes. Moving on to item 3, the approval of the minutes from August 5, 2025 Planning and Zoning meeting. Do I hear a motion to approve? We have a motion. Is there a second? Motioned and a second. All in favor say aye. The motion passes. Moving on to item 4, the Board of Adjustments, item A 7709 Shoreline Boulevard, variance for side setback, tabled from August 5, 2025. Chelsea, please read the request.
Built by Layton LLC is requesting approval of a variance at 7709 Shoreline Boulevard. The purpose of this variance is to allow for a retaining wall to be built within the left side setback. The side setback per the final plat is 8 feet. All rules and requirements have been met in accordance with city ordinance. DRC Benton Utilities have approved this request. I did want to let you guys know, I spoke to the city of Benton inspector. He said, and I'll let Bruce confirm that I have the information correct. But from what I understood, he wants the existing retaining wall demoed, restarted, approved, and done by an engineer and inspected by an engineer. And he wants the retaining wall at least 42 inches from the back of the top of the wall to the property line, no closer. And Bruce can confirm that.
Thank you, Chelsea. Is there anyone here representing this item? If there is no one here, is there a question or a comment from any of the commissioners? If there is no question or comment from the commissioners, is there a motion to approve? This item fails then for lack of a motion. Moving on, after we are no longer in the Board of Adjustment segment of this meeting, we are convening the Planning and Zoning portion of this meeting. Item A 6718 and 6720 Alcoa Road rezoned from R2 to C2. Chelsea, if you would please read the request.
Nick Landers and Josh Bowden, which is property owners, is requesting approval of a rezone at 6718, 6720 Alcoa Road. Property is currently zoned R2, which is single-family district detached housing, and he is requesting this property be rezoned to C2, which is general commercial. All questions and comments from Benton Utilities and the City of Benton have been approved.
Thank you, Chelsea. Is there anyone here representing this item? Come on up, Josh. State your name and sign the book, and state your case.
All right, Josh Bowden, Landers Development. And it was commercial, it got rezoned to residential somehow. during, I guess redoing some city maps, we're just requesting that it be returned to the same zoning.
Josh, sorry, Matt. I did want to request or ask a question for one of the commissioners. Do you currently have open display retail there right now, like vehicles for sale or the vehicles out front yours?
No, there's 3 buildings, we lease the buildings, we use one, we lease 2, one's leased out to a mechanic.
Okay, but there's no open display. The reason I'm asking is because C2 does not allow for open display retail, but C3 does. So I was making sure we were requesting the correct
Yeah,
zone.
no,
Okay.
it's just parking for the mechanic shop.
I had a question, Josh. It looks like, looking at your layout, you're proposing to build a building in the front along the
That's,
parkway. And this is a follow-up to Chelsea's. If it's going to be, depending on what you want to put there, C3 may be a more viable option. Is that where you were going with that as far as,
Property.
yeah?
So C2 would be the most appropriate for what's around it, but I just wanted to confirm that the current uses fit within C2 if that's what we were requesting.
Okay.
yeah, see, for us, C2 works, and it is for sale. Someone maybe come back and rezone it to C3. If you recommend C3, we could go that route, but C2 works for us now.
Is C2 fine with you, John?
That's fine with me.
Thank you.
All right.
Is there a motion from the commission? We have a motion. Is there a second? Chelsea, please call the roll.
That seconded? Okay. Brett Chumley? Lois Burks? Daryl Wood? John Clement?
Yes.
Pamela Gibson? Andy Warford?
We have 6 yes and 0 no. The motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Bowden. Moving on to item B, number 805-10769-000, rezone from R2 to R6. Chelsea, if you would please read the request.
Hope Consulting LLC, on behalf of Havens Development, is requesting approval of a rezone at 805-107-69000. Address is not assigned. This property is currently zoned R2, which is single-family district detached housing. He's requesting this property be rezoned to R6, which is multifamily district. In this zone, I know we don't do R6 a lot, it allows a maximum of 8 units per acre. With this parcel being 3 acres, it would allow for up to 24 units. All questions, comments from Benton Utilities, City of Benton have been approved. Also, I did get 25 opposing emails. I'm sure some of the people are in the audience. The main consensus was about high-density apartments, traffic, the number of little children that are in the area, and property values going down.
Jonathan, do you wish to represent this item? State your name, sign the book. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Jonathan Hope with Hope Consulting. We submitted this application. This piece is kind of a leftover piece from when we did Sedell Estates. We've got about 3 acres there. About 1.5 acres of this is outside the floodplain. We certainly don't want to push anything on this. The neighbors here that are obviously here in attendance against this, based on the phone calls and all that. So our goal is definitely not to push something on them that they do not want in this area. But the thought was, we could get some units here. There's not enough room to build a street. If we build a street on this, maybe we get 3 or 4 houses, and the cost doesn't make sense at all. With the development of the subdivision, we were able to bring water and sewer down to this area. Just trying to make use of what little land there is left. But, with the pushback, I'd love to get your feedback on your thoughts on this, and then go from there.
Mr. Hope, who is doing the project?
Todd Havens, he's the same gentleman that did the development adjacent. He did Sedell Estates.
Thank you. I'm sure there are those here that wish to speak. Otherwise, if
Okay.
you would take a
Thank
seat for just a moment, and anyone who wishes to speak regarding this item, you can take the podium, state your name, and sign the book. You, sir, are elected.
My name is Philip Ward, and I do live in the adjacent area. Like my concern and most others in the email that we've already stated, is that just the level of most of these things in our area that have started to be okay and then just go downhill later on. And then not only that, but just the traffic in the area. I don't see how with the train going on and the extra traffic in that area, the flooding, just among other concerns that was also probably covered already in the emails and through the community. That is our main concerns. You know, obviously land value and different things of that nature. I mean, I myself have lived in this community for 40 years and, you know, we're just going the right direction. We've got, you know, top-notch first responders to the farmer's market, to everything. And I'm frankly proud of our city. And so I just want to see it continue to grow in the right direction. And my feelings are this isn't the right direction. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for your time.
So, just so I am clear, are you for it or against it?
Against, sorry.
Thank you.
I'm against it, sorry. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak? Thank you, sir. State your name and sign the
My name
book.
is Brian Denning. I actually live in Madison Village, kind of in that area as well. The biggest concern, I mean, I think everybody's pretty much said it, and I know through emails and everything else. The biggest concern, I can't write my name and talk at the same time, is just the added traffic that we're going to have. For me, I mean, I know all of y'all can agree, whenever a train is stopped right there, where are these people going to go? They're going to cut through Gatton. They're going to cut through Shady. Shady's getting congested because of all the added neighborhood in that area. Sedell's not wide enough to handle additional traffic. I mean, I run in the mornings. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten close to getting run over because there is no room on that road. So you're looking at expense for the city to widen a road that doesn't really need to be widened as it sits right now. If you built just simply a couple of houses right there instead of an apartment complex, you're only adding a couple of extra people. We're talking 8 units per building, right? So you're talking, what's that? So 24, so little research I did, 1.8 vehicles per homeowner. So you're adding 40, I think it was 45, 40 something, 43 vehicles additional if you were to have 24 residents move into that area. So to me, you're adding that much more traffic to the area, and Sedell cannot handle that. On top of the fact that the road has flooded in the past, it's going to flood again. You're talking about clearing area. You're talking about having more runoff going to that area that floods. It's just a lot of concern right there. I don't think that it's the right decision to put an apartment complex in that area.
Thank you, sir. Very, very well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Are there others that wish to speak?
A moment here.
Hello. So in addition to all the other concerns everybody
Your,
has.
your name, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Joseph Sithong. I do live in the area affected by this rezoning. In addition to all the concerns that everyone else has, there's, as Jonathan stated, only half of this 3 acres is outside the floodplain and is buildable. So while we are talking a maximum of 8 units per acre, we're going to squeeze that into 1.5 acres, including parking, including the road. So what we're looking at doing, I would assuming that they haven't submitted an actual building plan, is to build 2 to 3 story units in what is an R2 residential area of all 1-story homes. If you look at the zoning for this portion of Benton, it is all R2. We've also established basically a nature preserve on the adjoining 15 acres, which is forested and preserved as nature through a private development, which is directly facing this parcel that they're asking to be rezoned. And I am opposed to this primarily, along with my neighbors here, safety, property values, and it just doesn't fit. I don't want to look out my window and see a 3-story apartment complex. It ruins the neighborhood effect in the community of this area by this sore thumb sticking out, if it were to be built on that parcel. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there others that wish to speak?
I think we're just gonna listen to the neighbors and your thoughts, and we're gonna pull this item from the vote.
Thank you so much,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jonathan Hope. And by the way, I, from the chair, want to applaud the public for narrowing down the people who wish to speak and actually having something to say. Thank you so much. It was very well done. We are moving on now. This item has been withdrawn. Moving on to item C, the crossing at 114 Phase 2 preliminary plat.
Exit 114 Properties LLC is requesting approval of a preliminary plat for the crossings at exit 114 Phase 2. All fees have been paid and requirements have been met in accordance with the City of Benton subdivision ordinance. City of Benton staff and utility staff questions, comments have all been addressed and approved. This is a preliminary plat for commercial lots, and there is not a proposed use yet.
Thank you. Mr. Raspberry, do you wish to speak? Please state your name, sign the book.
Aaron Raspberry Surveying. This is a continuation of a project we brought in a couple months ago, which was Phase 1. This shows all the access roads that are going to be coming in off of Highway 229 that I drew on a paper for someone that was asking on that. This shows the rest of the story on that. So if y'all have any questions, be happy to try to answer them.
Thanks, Mr. Raspberry. Is there anyone else here who wishes to speak regarding this item before I turn it over to the commissioners? Being none, I would turn it over to the commissioners. Are there any commissioners who have questions or comments?
I have no idea. These would be for restaurants, banks, any kind of commercial property that someone would want.
And clearly that those items would probably have to come back before this body.
Yes, with their site plan. Once they purchase the lot in their due diligence period, they'll bring back their site plans with all their utilities that they're requesting, their engineering designs and all that.
So this is, at this point, it's still quite up in the air, but we are moving that direction.
Once the roads are built and completed, we'll bring in the final plat, and that'll allow the owners to be able to list these properties for sale, and someone can purchase them and bring a site plan for y'all to review and accept.
Thank you, sir. Do I hear a motion to approve at this phase? We have a motion. Is there a second? We have a motion and a second. Chelsea, please call the roll.
Warford,
Yes.
Pamela Gibson, John Clements,
Yes.
Darrell Wood, Lois Burks, Brett Chumley.
Yes.
That's it.
We have 6 yes. This item passes. Moving on to item D.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Item D, Cottage Walk, Phase 1, final plat. Chelsea, please read the request.
Item will need to be tabled until the October meeting due to wastewater not being completed.
Thank you very much. This agenda is quickly disappearing. This item has been tabled. Moving on to item E, Spencer's Crossing, Phase 2, final plat. Chelsea, please read the request.
Hope Consulting, on behalf of Bragg and Kennedy Homes, is requesting approval of a final plat for Spencer Crossing Phase 2. Property was annexed into Benton city limits as R3, single-family residential district. Ordinance 18 of 23, all fees have been paid and requirements have been met in accordance with City of Benton subdivision ordinance. Just to remind you guys, R3 allows for smaller single lot subdivisions with a lot size minimum of 3,500 square feet. R2 is 7,000 square foot minimum.
Thank you, Chelsea. Mr. Hope, knowing everyone knows your name, but for the
Yes, sir.
record, if you would please state your name and sign the book for item E, Spencer's Crossing.
Yes, Jonathan Hope with Hope Consulting. This is the final phase of this subdivision. This was pretty simple. The detention pond, the lift station, everything complicated was in phase one. This was just a build out of the remaining lots. This is Benton sewer, it's First Electric, water users. So just all done, all complete, everything is signed off on.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are there questions from the commission?
Thank you.
Ray, our fiber and during the construction on this particular project, you think we'll be able to?
It's kind of all complete now, but I think we'd be happy to work with you any way we can. On the future ones, I mean, I love the new idea.
So the streets are already in, streets and
Yes, sir.
curbs and
Yeah,
all are
everything's
already
completely
in.
finished on this
Yeah,
one.
okay.
Mr. Thomas, I take that as a no.
Yes, I do too. Thank you.
Thank you
All done
so
on
much.
this one, yes, sir.
You've got to learn to speak of the commission. There's yeses and nos, and then there's that stuff that you just said. So thank you so much. Moving on to other business. Is there other business? Oh, sorry, I went right past that, and I apologize. Is there a motion to approve? And a second. Chelsea, please call the roll.
Brett Chumley,
Yes.
Lois Burks, Darrell Wood, John Clement, Pamela Gibson, Andy Warford.
We have 6 yes. Now, moving on to other business, is there anything else that this commission wishes to discuss?
Yes, so you can't leave yet.
Thank you, Chelsea. Go ahead.
1309 Nature Way requested a variance at the very beginning of the month in August. Per city ordinance, they have to put a notice in the paper 7 days prior to the meeting, which would have been last Tuesday. A email was sent out to the courier by Hope Consulting for the property owner, but the courier did not post the ad for whatever reason. And the property owners are trying to sell the property, and the purchasers are very hesitant on going through because they want to make sure their variance gets approved. So the applicant has requested that we schedule a special meeting so that they don't continue to be dragged out with their sale of their lot.
So at this point, the courier does actually have the notice?
It was actually published in the paper on the 30th, so 7 days after the 30th is when we could, by ordinance, have the meeting, which would be next Monday.
That was a very nice song, Chelsea. Thank you. Commissioner Gibson, I didn't hear all of that. Mr. Hope, please take the podium. I'm sorry, but I couldn't hear you. I'm old, I'm gray in the face, and I can't hear stuff.
The publication went out that it would be a week from tonight at this time, if you also choose to have it.
Any other comments from the commission?
That's correct, but it wasn't. Correct. It wasn't the fault of the developer or the property owner. It was a clerical error, I think, with the courier.
Commissioner, if you could say that a little louder. Thank you. Is that in the form of a motion? We have a motion to have a meeting next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Is there a second? And a second. Chelsea, please call the roll.
Brett Chumley,
Yes.
Lois Burks, Sarah Wood, John Clements, Pamela Gibson, Andy Warford. If you guys would just pay attention to your email on a time, because we do have other meetings next Tuesday, so we'll probably just do one immediately following if it's fine. What?
Thank you very much. The item passes. We will have a meeting next Tuesday in Chelsea's office. I'm sorry, I withdraw that portion. Yes. We will have a meeting next Tuesday at 6. You will all receive an email to that effect, I assume. Very good. Thanks. Thanks, Jonathan.
So
Is there other business that the commission wishes to discuss? Being none, may I entertain a motion to adjourn? You guys just love to be here. I would like to have a motion to adjourn. So move. Is there a second? All in favor, please say aye. Aye, the ayes have it. We stand adjourned.